Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is James and this is JJ's Garage Workouts. Thank you for tuning in. Today's video is actually going to be about proper form versus cheating, science-based lifting versus bro science. And today's workout's actually going to be the legendary arm day, which I am excited. This is before the pump, and so like always, I will leave the workout in the video and in the description as well too. So please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. That way it will help me a lot. I'm going to go ahead and get straight to the point to the video, so please sit back and enjoy. Thank you. Just finished my arm workout. I'm pretty happy with it. Still trying to get the 22-inch arms. I think they're only like probably 14 and a half, 15 inches. But the goal is to get to 22 inches biceps. I need a dedicated day for my forearms and calves. I wanted to make it to where I don't even have to wear a sleeveless shirt to show that I have big arms. I wear just a regular short sleeve, and you see I got some big forearms, letting you know I'm strong. Anyways, so back to what I was talking about earlier in the video. I talk about proper form versus cheating. So I guess I should have really worded it more strict form versus cheating. Proper form, there's all kinds of debate on what is technically proper, on how you do certain movements. There's so many ways of doing certain exercises and so many critiques on how to do it right. I know there's plenty of work for me to do on my exercises too. When I'm recording these videos, I can tell that it's different whenever you don't have a mirror or recording yourself. You can't tell how you're doing things, and I can tell some of the things need a little bit of tweaking on the proper form. But really what I'm talking about is strict form versus cheating, when to use it and which one's was beneficial to you, basically. So strict form, we're going to pretend like with the bicep curl, we're going from point A to point B. Some people might throw out their back when they're doing these forms, and so is either way wrong? Not really. Now some people might say this is wrong. Now would I suggest doing that your whole 12 reps? No, I would not suggest doing that. If you were to, let's say you're doing 8 to 12 rep range and you already hit your 8, and let's just say you're at number 11 or 12 and you're just having the hardest time getting to 11, go ahead and throw that little momentum there to get you where you can do that 12th rep. Now be cautious when you're doing things like that, because the benefits of doing strict form, you don't necessarily have the chance of getting hurt like you would with the cheating. Now when you're starting to cheat, you're starting to incorporate other muscles, and you can tweak just some part of your body like this alone. Even though it's a little bit of a movement, when you're cheating with your bicep curls, you're using your back and your shoulders too. So you can really tweak your shoulders, your back. So there's a time and place for strict form and cheating. And then also, I just want to talk about science-based lifters and then the bro split. So I don't know if you guys ever watch too many videos of all the science-based lifters. Nothing wrong with science-based lifting or bro splits. They both have their benefits. They have their pros and their cons. But what I was wanting to get at was the science-based lifters. Have you ever seen someone do the best form, strict form, and they do everything right, but yet they don't look as good as the guy that's doing the bro splits or cheating? So you can look at that person, you can tell he works out, but the guy that does the cheating and the bro splits, he looks jacked. Now, who would you want advice from? Someone that does it right, or someone that cheats and is just big? There's so many factors of why they both look the way they do. It could be genetics, and it could be the way they train. I think personally, in my opinion, if you incorporate both the science-based lifting training with a little bit of cheating, I think there's a happy medium to both of that. Nothing wrong with science-based lifters, they're very smart, they know what they're doing. It's just sometimes, there might be a place to throw in that extra cheating rep, or maybe change up your workout plans where instead of just doing push-pull leg, maybe once in a while throw in just a chest day, shoulder day, arm day, just change it up a little bit. I don't think there's necessarily, the best way of working out. There's a happy medium to both, whether it just depends on what your goal is and all that good stuff. So it's whatever works for you. Whenever you start working out in the gym, you'll start seeing what works out for you, whether it's the bro splits where you're doing arm day, chest day, shoulder day, or maybe you want to do like the science-based lifting where you're doing push, pull, leg, and then you're doing like the strictest form. You'll kind of get the feel for it when you're in the gym. Me personally, I like to do a medium. I like to do strict form for 80% of the sets, and maybe I might throw in a couple cheating reps to make it to where if I'm trying to get the 12 reps on the 8 to 12 rep range where I'm at number 11, I'm going to cheat those couple reps to make it where I can get the 12 reps. That way I progress on getting stronger and I can lift more weight, and eventually basically progressive overloading. I think that if you do a little bit of cheating, you can progressive overload. That's my opinion. It might not necessarily be correct, but that's just the way I feel. So just wanted to touch base on, strict form, proper form versus cheating and science-based lifting versus bro splits. Just basically do what works best for you. I don't think there's necessarily a wrong way or the right way. I think there's a happy medium for both of them. So if you guys like what you see, please like, comment, and subscribe. That will help me a lot. Just leave comments, man. I would like to know what y'all think about my material. That way I know what to improve on, what you guys like, what I do in my videos, and what you guys would like to see. There would be a video I'd like to see if you guys comment, some challenges. I want to do what you guys challenge me in the comments, like, do 1,000 reps with like 135 pounds or something like that. I don't know if I can do that, but just something crazy where I could do in my gym. Just leave a comment, and I would like to do those kind of videos for y'all. So thank you for watching. Please, like I said, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys here next time.